morning, Big Bethel. I am Nyla Pettway, and I am honored to stand before you today to deliver a message that is deeply important to me. I have chosen to speak about the power of refraining from judgment, a subject that holds great significance in our faith and our ability to foster a true sense of community. But before I start, I want to thank Dr. Foster and First Lady Mary Ann for the opportunity to stand behind this sacred desk. As I look around the sanctuary, I cannot help but notice the absence of many young people. It raises an important question: why are they not here? Why do so many young people feel disconnected from the church? The answer, I believe, lies in the often unspoken but deeply felt judgment that surrounds our interactions. The church should be a place of love, refuge, and spiritual growth. Yet too often it becomes a place where people feel scrutinized, criticized, and unworthy. When we enter this sacred place, we should be met with open arms, not measuring ours. Our focus should not be on external appearances, lifestyles, or personal struggles, but on seeking the presence of God and nurturing the souls that enter these doors. To ground this message in Scripture, I turn to Romans 14, where the Apostle Paul speaks powerfully about the dangers of judgment within the Christian community. Verse 4 declares, "Who are you to condemn someone else's servants? Their own master will judge whether they stand or fall, and with the Lord's help, they will stand and receive his approval." This verse is a reminder that judgment is not our role. Each person stands before God, and he alone will determine the righteousness. We are not called to be gatekeepers of holiness, but rather reflections of God's grace. Verse 10 further asks, so why do you condemn another believer? Why do you look down on another believer? Remember, we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. This verse challenges us to examine our own hearts. Judgment is a heavy burden to carry, one that we were never meant to bear. When we choose to judge, we forget our own imperfections, our own need for mercy. We elevate ourselves instead of humbling ourselves before the Lord. Finally, verse 13 commands us, so let's stop condemning each other. Decide instead to live in such a way that you will not cause another believer to stumble and fall. Judgment does not inspire faith, it discourages it. It builds walls instead of bridges. If we are to draw others to Christ, we must create an atmosphere that invites them in, rather than one that pushes them away. The youth in particular need guidance, not criticism, love, not shame, understanding, not alienation. Our faith is not just about what we can personally endure, but about how we help others stand firm in their journey with God. Another crucial passage that speaks to this issue is found in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, which states, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." This verse calls us to a higher standard, not just to avoid hurtful words, but to intentionally speak words that build each other up. Words hold immense power. They can heal and they can harm. They can inspire and they can deter. Many young people stay away from the church because they have been wounded by words spoken carelessly, by gossip, by criticism masked as concern. But as followers of Christ, our words should reflect his love. We should be intentional in speaking life into those around us. A word of encouragement can be the difference between someone continuing on their walk of faith or walking away entirely. Let us reflect. When people leave our presence, do they feel uplifted or defeated? Do they feel embraced or excluded? Our faith calls us to be conduits of God's grace. Instead of using words that wound, let us use words that heal. Instead of condemning, let us uplift. Instead of discouraging, let us inspire. In conclusion, my challenge to you today, let us be a church that welcomes, not one that turns away. Let us be people who love deeply, who speak with kindness, who uplift rather than judge. If we commit to this, we will not only draw young people back to the church, we will draw all people closer to God. Let our actions and our words be a reflection of Christ's love, so that when anyone walks through these doors, they feel the presence of God, not the weight of judgment. Thank you, and God bless you all.